Welcome to the PDE School Climate Survey Access and Administration webinar. During this webinar, information regarding the survey's constructs, survey access, and administration will be shared. My name is Pamela Emery, and I will begin this portion of the webinar. I will be joined by our Chief Software Engineer, Jay Wasser, who will take you on a virtual tour to assist with accessing and administering the surveys. Listed are the number of items on each survey. These numbers represent the standard survey items and do not include survey bank questions or customized questions. The window for survey administration is October 17th through the 31st. These dates are especially important in administering the student and staff surveys. If access is needed earlier for parent or community surveys, special arrangements can be made through Jay Wasser. Please note that all surveys, staff, student, parent, and community, are required to be administered. PDE recommends working with all stakeholders for optimal survey participation. The target numbers will provide rich data for better analysis of current school climate conditions. It's important to note that preparing stakeholder groups prior to the actual survey administration window will result in optimal participation by all groups. The areas surveyed in the PDE School Climate Survey are listed above. Please note that the domains measured reflect the survey participants' perceptions of those domains. Pre-planning for administration of the PDE School Climate Surveys is critical to successfully capturing an accurate picture of the school's climate. In developing your survey administration plan, keep the plan simple and easy to communicate to stakeholders. Be certain to address details of the plan. Sharing the plan is a key in ensuring buy-in and participation. Use faculty meetings, PTO, PTA meetings, parent visitations, community events, and schools' webpage to share the developed plan with stakeholders. At-risk populations of students, parents, and others should be addressed in the administration plan. Accommodating these needs will provide a robust representation of the school's climate. As noted earlier in this webinar, there are a number of ways to increase participation in the surveys. Be creative. You can easily add to this list of opportunities. Next, Jay Wasser, our Senior Software Engineer, will walk you through how to access the School Climate Online Surveys.
Hello, and thank you, Pam. If you could open a browser and go to the following URL, www.paschoolclimatesurvey.org. You'll notice a logon link in the top right-hand corner. If you could enter your provided username and password into the spaces and log in. If you have not been provided your logon credentials, please contact me at 814-262-9695, and I will be happy to assist you with your logon. You can also find my contact information within the Contact tab itself under the Help Desk Technical Support. At this point, you'll notice that the menu structure has changed, and you'll need to click on LEA Administration from the tab menu. You should notice that all of your surveys and invite codes are already present for you. We do offer the ability to append additional questions or create custom questions within each survey, and I will cover this in a moment. At this point, there are two recommended options for distributing the surveys. You can either distribute the invite codes so the respondents can take the surveys off-site on their own electronic devices, or you have the option to create a student survey account so that the respondents can access their surveys within a proctored setting on school grounds. The off-site method, or invite code distribution, is mainly intended for community or parent surveys, When distributing an invite code for off-site respondents, you can either utilize the built-in method for creating a flyer by clicking the link Generate Brochure, or distribute just the invite code by other means like text or email, for example. You'll notice that on this printable brochure that the invite code is included. The remaining option, geared primarily for student surveys, is to create a student survey account for completion of these surveys in a proctored school-based setting. Please feel free to print out and distribute the slides from our associated PowerPoint intended for survey respondents as found on the home page. It is within this section here. A collection of slides has been created to help a survey respondent with the entry process. Both you and the respondent may find it beneficial in regards to accessing the site, entering the invite code, and responding to an actual survey. These slides also cover the classroom entry as well. Please click the Manage Student Survey Account link as found on the root of the LEA Administration tab. You will then need to click Add New User. For the username, I recommend using something to the effect of your school name plus survey. The email address field is required and assists in resetting the account in cases where it has been locked out from multiple invalid attempts, so I do recommend using a valid email address. Here in this example, it will be fictitious. The security question and answer combo are tied to the email address, so it can be something simple like, what is the school mascot? Finally, we'll click Create, and you'll notice that the new account has been added. I'm going to take a moment and step back into editing an existing survey so that we can show you how to add the custom questions and specifically the PBIS questions. Here I'm going back to the root of the LEA administration, and I'm going to choose the student grade 3 to 5, clicking Edit. You'll notice that we have question banks available for you. I'm going to choose the PBIS questions for elementary. You can simply add them, all or however many you like. There's the option of ordering them in the list. Now I'm going to save these 3. Ooh. Okay, I'm going back in under the grades 3 to 5 from the root in order to show you how to add a custom question now. That is at the bottom of the screen here. When saving this set, it actually converts the English to Spanish for you. You'll notice that the question has been added to your existing list down here. We'll close that window, switch to the custom bank, and add that custom question to the form. We'll also move that to the first in line. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to show you the student survey account. We can then review the PBIS questions and the custom question we just created. I'm going under Manage Student Account, and I'm logging in as our newly created account. Your other method is to log off, log in, entering your username and password that you just created. You'll notice the menu options have changed. I'm clicking on Climate Survey. All open surveys are available here. You have to instruct the respondent to click the up arrow for the particular line item. In this case, we're working with student grade 3 to 5. At the top of the form, you'll notice that there's a link to switch from Spanish to English. And while we're in Spanish mode, we should be able to find our first custom question at the bottom, right here. Each question has the possibility of having more information with this information icon. The last major thing I want to show you is if you're hosting these classroom accounts, you may run into an off-screen error. I'll illustrate it here. Something you might expect to see. I'm going to skip this line item, which will throw an error. If there is an error with the form, you'll notice this message come up, and as you scroll through the form itself, it's fairly apparent which item is missing. I'm going to answer that. Click Save, and if a student receives this message, everything's been saved properly. Thank you for participation in our survey. I'm going to throw things back to Pam as this completes my portion. Thank you.
This concludes the webinar. Thank you for your participation. If you have additional questions, contact information is listed on this slide for myself, Joseph Locasano, and Jay Wasser, and our numbers and emails are also listed. Again, thank you.